Okay, so I wanted to take a little bit of time and talk about Harley Morenstein from Epic Mealtime. Now, you probably know who this guy is. He's been a big YouTuber for a while, and you probably remember, like almost a year ago, I was praising him for his fight appearance in Creator Clash 1. And I think he'll do just as good in Creator Clash 2, but that's not the focus. Today I want to talk about him constantly white knighting when he just doesn't need to. And he's burned so many bridges, and people are losing respect for him when he jumped into this whole thing and he didn't even have to. Like, there was this big space that happened. I think it was the night that Froggy Fresh ended up getting kicked out of Creator Clash. He didn't leave. He got put outside. And Harley came in there and he was just going hard in the paint, trying to, be like, oh, Froggy took a shot, man. He took a shot at Anissa. Therefore, he should have lost, his 15k, and he should have lose his chance of fighting in Creator Clash. And there was another space, and he decides, okay, yeah, the best thing for me to do is to go into the space. Dude, just let it be. Leave it alone. Leave it alone. Like, you're not going to convince people. People have already decided. They either think that Froggy is a misogynist, which is a dumb conclusion to come to, admittedly, or they think that Froggy was cut unfairly. The people are pretty much stuck in that. Unless you were to tell me, oh, Froggy, had a sit down with Anissa, and Anissa was like, please don't make any jokes about my OnlyFans. I'd still be like, oh, well, stop being so sensitive, but at least I would understand why, Without that type of information, all I can judge is that Anissa and Idubbbz made the wrong decision. Now, I understand why Harley's trying to, save face, because this is something that he has his name tied to. But on some level, you gotta chill out. Some black guy made a video also where he was somewhat critiquing Froggy Fresh, and I just stopped watching it about 7 minutes in because I kind of tell where it was going. And it's unfortunate that people who are close to Idubbbz, I know that him and the two of them worked together before, and some black guys also friends with Chris Raygun, who's pretty close with the two of them being Idubbbz and Anissa. So, on some level, you're going to be biased towards your friend, but I would like to think that regardless, you would still be able to, okay, I disagree with my friend here. Or maybe I can appreciate some black guy just being like, well, I think you should have communicated something before you did that. Because he did take a shot technically at Anissa, but not really. That's not really a shot. But it can still be interpreted in that way, and clearly it was. We know that it was either that or the Sam Hyde thing, and it being Sam Hyde really doesn't jive for me. But it's really unfortunate to see Harley take this type of turn and burn the goodwill that he brought up from fighting on the first Creator Clash card. It's like he went up after, people knew who he was, but his channel wasn't doing insanely well like it used to, and things had died down, and all of a sudden, he brought eyes to his channel by doing so good in Creator Clash and trading with Sam. So, taking that into account, it's like, you undoubtedly came under fire for hanging out with Sam Hyde on some level, right? Because Frog even said, as soon as I went to go train, they blew up my phone after barely talking to me, which isn't really professional, especially when you're 3 weeks out from a fight and you've apparently talked to your fighters 3 times. I wouldn't like that, personally. And I thought this was a well-run event, but the past week has shown it is not the well-oiled machine that they were showing us. It's just not. And that's unfortunate, because I think this could have been really a good event. And I think that part of that is getting to Harley, and that's why he's making all these videos calling out people and getting mad on Twitter when he should be mentally preparing. The fight's in less than 2 weeks at this point, or close to 2 weeks. It might be 2 weeks on the dot. It's like the 13th, 14th, or 15th. I think it's the 15th. But regardless, it's just not worth it. Like, Harley, if you somehow watch this video, I would just say, hey man, just let it go. Just let it go. That's all you gotta do. Is just let it go. It's not worth your time. It's not worth your effort. They don't need you to defend them, and you're making their cause look worse. And you're the public face of it all, so you're gonna get the brunt of the attacks. So yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say. Thank you all for giving me support on my second channel. The Hunger Games video, I expected that video to flop, and in the first hour of it dropping, I was like, oh man, I guess I can't do videos like that. And it's just a learning experience. And then I woke up today and it was doing great. So thank you all for that. I really and truly appreciate it. And thank you for watching this video. So goodbye.